I wanted to do a fuzzy wing. What is a fuzzy wing? I don't know, but that's just how I'm going to describe it. We'll get to it in a second. Right now, I'm just going to use this liquid shadow. This is Makeup by Mario shade Bisque. And I'm going to use it to really brighten up my brow. And then I'm going to take it into the socket. You know what? Let's go ahead and take that same liquid shadow almost to the lash line, but not quite. So I'm going to go ahead. There we go. I don't know why I whisper. I love this color though. Now I'm going to take a black liquid shadow. Don't be frightened. We're going to make it fuzzy. But we do need an E27. But what you're seeing me do is just making sure I'm really concentrating color at the lash line. Now before this sets, we're going to take our E27 and start to blend. Tapping helps the most when it comes to the fuzz and the blur and also control. But once we get out here, the brush, since it is angled, is kind of just going to start to wing it for you anyways. I'm going to show you how to layer it too. Once we go back to layer it, we don't want to use the wand directly because that might deposit too much color, so we'll just pick it up with the brush. Oh yeah, that's nice and fuzzy. This is what I was talking about. I'm going to take it in the center of the brush, not the side, right in the center, and then just stamp it over here. Let me relax my eye. Stamp, stamp, stamp. I should shut this. Don't do that. And then I'm just kind of making sure it's all in my lashes. That really makes a difference. And then I want to wipe my brush off on Sheila. Sheila, where are you? I want to tell you something funny. That's funny to me. I don't know how many of you are my age, but some of us that are around 40, we might have watched the Disney movie Robin Hood, and the scene where the king is running around and he's looking for the snake and he's like, "Hiss, where are you? You're never around when I need you." That is literally what pops into my brain every single time I think, "Sheila, where are you?" And then I want to scream, "You're never around when I need you." I'm sorry. Now this is fun. Not necessarily needed, but I like to teach. Take something pretty close to your skin tone. This one might be a hair darker, but it's okay. So I have it on a big fluffy brush coming soon. And we can always darken here, but I like the idea of blurring everything kind of together and then coming back and correcting the depth, which I'm gonna show you, but this is really fun just to make sure it's all nice and blended. And then all you gotta do, and what just continues that contrast, grab a little more and just apply this as close as you can to the lash line. Once I get this done, we're just gonna grab my micellar water and tidy it up. Now we can shape it up, and that's gonna add to the contrast as well. Let's do Star Catcher lashes. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to do rhinestones? I feel like I've done that look before. It's one of my favorite looks to do, but I haven't done it in years. Or should I do sparkles? I don't know. I heard you loud and clear. You want sparkle and rhinestones. I'm going to take it on a fluffier brush so I can kind of do a nice little scatter effect. And I'll just do that kind of in the center. I can't be stopped. Makeup Forever HD Skin. I haven't used this in a while, but for a long time, this was one of my all-time favorite foundations. My winter shade, I am at my most winter right now, and that's gonna be 1R12. I'm gonna do two and a half pumps of this. Let's make sure our match is good. pretty good. Now remember, this is a long wear foundation, so it's gonna dry down, and it does dry down a little bit more pink, which is exactly what I'm after. You know what I am really after? My C42, but it has RUNNOFT. There we go. So let's just start to melt. And this one has a little bit more coverage, and my redness isn't wild today, so I'm not having to do any kind of color correcting since this has nice coverage. See the match now? A little bit of dry time. You watch the C42 in all of its glory. Watch it, please. I did want to say that for where I'm at, I don't want to speak for every skin concern, but what I do want to say is most of the time, if I'm wearing less makeup, that's when I find I need to color correct more. That is not how it is for everyone. But for the most part, if I'm already going into something that's more full coverage, I don't really worry as much about my redness. The only time I would start to maybe worry is if I had melasma. I would want to correct that even before a full coverage, because that can affect it can turn foundations a little bit gray underneath. And if you have really, really dark circles, even if you're using a full coverage concealer, that can help if you color correct first. I have a little bit of the foundation left here. I'm going to take from a smaller part of it. This is that secret brush that I've been using. The fibers are going to be able to do powders, creams, liquids, really anything. And I'm using this because I wanted less coverage here, and I also just want a small amount. I don't want to cover up too much, and I wanted a little bit more detail. So this is fitting really, really nicely. I feel like this is a great size because sometimes I do this with the E29 and it's way too small, so I'm really excited, friends. I'm so excited. Let's use Hung's bronzer. This is shade Straightforward. I'm just playing around. This isn't necessarily a shape I'm going to recommend for bronzer, but I'm just having some fun here. Kind of placing it on the side of my cheekbone and then tapping it out. Focusing most of the color here and then feathering it this way and then feathering it back up this way. I wanted to see how it could do with packing. That looks really, really nice. And then I'll just fluff it under here. And then use the side and pack it here. But I am going to switch back to the C40.5 because it's designed for these exact places on the face. Oh, perfect. I got a hair. I'm going to take my face paint essentially. Really is. It's so good though. Don't be scared of it. And I'm going to create a base for my blush to brighten it up a little bit. NARS Thrill and a C41. Yeah, it picks up that blush beautifully. And it's just going to make this a little bit more true to color and a little bit brighter. I am trying my best to not just make this an absolute pink baby doll cheek. So if you're wondering it's not showing up a lot, I'm being mindful. Okay. I'm even counting the taps in there. Perfect. And another reason I picked this shade is this bronzer. I forgot that it pulls a little yellow on me. So if I take a whisper of this, since there's quite a bit of lavender in there, purple, and I just kind of push it into the bronzer just a little bit. I'm not going to get a sun-kissed look. It's more of a color correction situation, and it's going to turn that bronzer just a little bit more neutral and less yellow on me. Now, I'm not going to audibly say the name of this. I am not a prude. Y'all know what? I read this stuff. Y'all are mean sometimes. But that being said, I literally have little children. I'm talking like 2-year-olds send me videos of, hey Rosie, I love you, I'll watch your videos. So if you're wondering why I'm not going to say something as simple as what's on the back of that, that is why. I'm not here to spark up that conversation for their parents. So I'm going to take this, and this is a really dainty applicator, and I'm just going to put this on top. I forget how pretty this shade is because of all of that kind of goldy pearl in there with the pink base. It's real pretty. Okay, we still have to do concealer. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, do we need these two? No, we don't, but oof. Ooh, I have a new favorite combo. I can't stop using this concealer right now. This is the Estée Lauder, shade 2.5C. I'll put a little in the center, just for extra coverage. It's not a super brightening shade, but it's just gonna give us a little extra coverage. I like coverage through there. C32. Melty, melty. I forgot to put my line smoother on. I can really see a difference when I don't wear this. Major difference. But what I'm gonna do instead, because we don't want to put that on top. I tried it. Wasn't great. It's better under. I'm gonna take some of my spray. This is my 3rd bottle, and give it 3 little spritz. And I'm just gonna make sure I'm adding just a little extra hydration in here. When you use a dense brush like the C32 and kind of push this, you're not gonna have any kind of separation. It's just going to melt with the makeup and just add a little extra hydration that I needed underneath my eye right now. Givenchy pressed. And let's get in there. I'm gonna try to not go too heavily on top of our blush. That way we don't muddy the sparkle. It's easier to go on top of a matte, but once we get a sparkle, we kind of don't want to go because it could turn gray. So instead, I'm going to take the brush that I applied it with, just grab a little bit of the powder, tap, 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 and then that's perfect. And then I'm going to take that same brush and go on top of the bronzer. This is a really pretty shade of brown. This is Use Your Own Judgment. And I'm just gonna take this underneath here. I do have my E26. And we're just gonna smudge away and connect it over this way. And I still wanna continue this, the lift. So I'm gonna take the black, go on my waterline, and just come down at an angle. And if you're feeling real sassy, taking the black, E26 is always standing by, and just bring it out of the tear duct a little bit. I picked this up yesterday at Ulta. I'm so excited to use it. So Maybelline came out with new lipsticks. This is a matte. I'm super excited. I'm talking fast. This is called Crop Top. Look how pretty this nude is. Oh, I love it. And then you'll already know how much I love the lifter liners. This is shade On It. My favorite cool tone. I'm very excited about this. Now for rhinestones, I don't know. Just start placing glue. See what happens. This is just a nail art tool that I'm using to apply them. And then the rhinestones are just nail art rhinestones that I got on Amazon many years ago. Fun. And then I've been wanting to do a teardrop one. I don't know. I just think it's so pretty. And I'm literally just doing this on a random Wednesday afternoon. I like it. You'll have to remember, many moons ago, Rose was a singer and Rose was on stage almost every single night. And this is absolutely something that I would have done. So that part of me is still in here. So I have to do things like this. All right, my friends, this is our finished look. Like I said, this is a Wednesday afternoon. I needed it. I had to have it. I still feel like there's a lot of helpful information here. If you ever wanted to do kind of that blurry, smoky wing, you can see that you don't need 10 different eyeshadows to do it. It's really just about the brush and about how you're picking up the product and dry time. So I hope that this was helpful. I love you with all of my heart. And until the next video, bye for now.